Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 11th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, and Bob Chapek, and exactly what they're going to do with the future of the Star Wars franchise in the form of television and, of course, in the form of movies. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about the future of the franchise is that Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control, at least for the most part, over these new Star Wars projects in the early development phase, all but except the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series and the untitled animated TV show for Disney Plus is what Kathleen Kennedy will be in charge of. So just keep that in mind, is that so far she's only in charge of these two new Star Wars TV series on Disney Plus. Now, the thing about George, John, and Dave all working together as a team to really get a lot of Star Wars material out there that's going to be very authentic to the Star Wars fans, this is all a part of their plan in order to reunite the fan base that was really divided, or should I say even more than divided, after the sequel trilogy was over. Let's face it, a lot of fans walked away from Star Wars, pretty much saying that they're done with Star Wars and will never go back, and that's exactly the type of audience that Bob Iger and Chapek want to bring back. They want to make Star Wars as successful as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's going to be a very hard task. It's going to take a lot of time and effort, mind you. But what's really exciting all has to do with the character of Anakin Skywalker, portrayed by actor Hayden Christensen, and what George Lucas and Jon Favreau have to do with all of this, making it happen in a new Star Wars project. Now, specifically, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe. Now, currently, both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are hard at work on developing a plan in order to reunite the fans around the world, to create a better future for the Star Wars brand itself. It's explained that currently creator George Lucas is working closely with Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and other creators for the future of Star Wars and what it means for the fans. Now, George Lucas is described to have recently hired actor Hayden Christensen to become a part of The Mandalorian Season 3 in the form of a Force Ghost, and that part of this idea stems from creator Jon Favreau to include Anakin as a Force Ghost in a post-Episode 9 timeline that will focus on the Skywalkers a bit in the third season, which is slated for release sometime in 2021 next year for the fans to enjoy. Now, it's noted that this plan by Favreau is to give Hayden a shot on taking the actual role of a Force Ghost, whereas in Return of the Jedi, Hayden's face was only actually pasted into the movie as Episode 6 by George Lucas, and he wanted to make a big change to the actual character of Anakin. Now, Jon Favreau and Lucas want Hayden to become a part of The Mandalorian Season 3 that will give fans something to look forward to, and that Hayden is described to be very excited for the role of Anakin Skywalker. So this is the thing about all of this, is that when you think about everything that has been happening between Disney and Lucasfilm behind the scenes, and how there has been a lot of creative differences before in the past with Kathleen Kennedy, this by far I think is the best decision between George Lucas and Jon Favreau to really get Anakin Skywalker in a brand new timeline that fans would have never expected him to be in, and to actually insert him into a post-Episode 9 timeline. So here's the thing, there's a great possibility that this has something to do with Ahsoka Tano. We do know that Jon Favreau is bringing in Ahsoka Tano in the form of live action in Season 2, and of course also in Season 3. Now, of course, Ahsoka served as the quote-unquote Padawan of Anakin Skywalker, right? And it could very well be that she's going to meet her master once again in the afterlife, where he's a part of the Force now, and one with the Force. She's going to be able to see him. That, to me, I think, is exactly what Favreau is going for, and as to why he's choosing to bring Anakin in there, is because now he's bringing in Ahsoka Tano into The Mandalorian Season 2 and 3. So once again, you can see that Favreau's taking a big turn with The Mandalorian. We first thought that it was primarily just a bounty hunter TV series. Now he's trying to take on different angles. Bounty hunters, actual wars, the aspects of the Force, the Jedi, whatever have you, is what he actually wants to tap into. And I think that this just shows that Jon wants to experiment with his strengths and weaknesses in The Mandalorian to see what sticks and what really works, before he moves on to his other projects that he's also currently working on with George Lucas and Dave Filoni. And the last thing that's really important about all of this is that I think that there's a lot of fans out there that really should support Hayden Christensen. Like, those who really dislike Hayden Christensen, I understand that, but I think that at the very minimum, we could really give him a shot and just see exactly what he's going to be like in Season 3 of The Mandalorian and these other projects like the Kenobi TV series and more. And then and only then can we judge about his acting style or his acting skills, if you will, in these new Star Wars projects for Disney+. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.